Alright, so today we're working on this just super common, super basic, run-of-the-mill Trailblazer. You know, we got the wheels off it because we're checking the brakes and you know, just wait. What do we got going on here? An LS? We got forward headers? What are they? A crossover into what's the oh my god. This thing's packing. This thing's packing some heat. This thing's packing some meat. Oh my god. This Trailblazer was dropped off a couple days ago. We got to go through and just fix everything on it, get it running, driving. Initially, he thought that it just needed some exhaust work, which I'm just going to take this, tie it into the exhaust, like at the rear door, not make anything super complicated, because he wants to basically be able to daily drive this thing, so we'll do that, keep it kind of quiet. You know, I'm kind of partial to the fender X's because they look sick, but you know, not everybody's about that life. So we'll do that. We'll heat wrap this so it doesn't melt the wires, and we'll probably put some heat wrap on the wires too. But yeah, this is a 6.0. Not sure what cam's in it, and then it looks like a Chinese Turbonetics 72. So I mean, it'll work pretty good. It'll make the power. He's not wanting to, you know, make 1,000 horsepower. He just wants like a fun daily driver. It is on Holley Terminator X. You can see the ECU hanging right there. It's gonna be fun. It has a turbo 400 in it. It's no longer all-wheel drive. You can see where the front axles did go through there. For now, I'm pretty, oh god, I wish I hadn't done that. I'm pretty sure we could get away with getting two-wheel drive hubs and eliminating that, but I think for now, we're just going to find, just because the point is to just get it running and driving, because he's had it at a shop for 5 years, and this is as far as they got with it, so he was tired of paying them. So just to get it back on the road, we're going to find some front axles and just use the ends of those to hold the bearing together. And then just go through and try to tidy things up, like all the wiring for the Holley here and whatever some of this is. I don't know. I know the green one somewhere. Oh, right here. This is for the fuel pump. Well, it's supposed to be, so that the Holley can control it. Yeah, so like I say, we're just going to go through, finish things, get it running and driving so he can enjoy it. We're not going to get it 100% perfect. Like, it does need new springs. You can tell, oops, you can tell right here where someone, maybe you can tell, there you go, where someone heated them up to lower it. So it is going to need new struts and springs in the back, but that's not critical. It'll run and drive with these just fine. And like I'm saying, that's all he wants. He wants to drive the thing. It looks like they were off to a real good start, but I don't know. I'm not sure why it only made it this far. Like, it doesn't need a ton of work, but it does need a lot of little things here and there. Like, there's no electric fans on it. I did look, the intercooler's right in front of the radiator, so there's not any pusher fans. The drain looks like it'll work. Need to do the vacuum lines for the wastegate, the blow-off valve, the fuel pressure regulator. That's all just sitting here. Need to get the piping for the exhaust. Might be able to get away with like a straight section and a couple 90s. We'll see. What else? I'm kind of not really sure about the fuel line routing. I'll look into it. And then I need to clean up the wiring for the Holley, get that all figured out, get a bass tune in it, which I should be able to just do through the Holley, let the Holley do that. I'm gonna have to make a wastegate dump pipe because it blasting out right onto the rubber radiator hose, which is kinked. I also noticed that this intercooler coupler right there is almost folded in half. So it's really close. It doesn't need a ton, but it does need some. Might be able to just take this clamp off and cut the hose like back in here to pull it straight and fix that. Should be able to. And then this The thing that I don't like about these wastegates is you can only put them on this way or that way. They're not V-banded, so you can't turn them wherever you want, because it'd be super easy to turn this and just make a dump straight down. As it is, I might be able to turn it around and make it dump right into the exhaust, because it's going to be such a short piece. I don't think there'd be a ton of flex to worry about there. I could be wrong. I'll look into it to be sure, but that is an option. But overall, the turbo kit itself is pretty nice. Like, it looks like it's all done pretty good. They have one of the good flex joints there with like the corrugated inside, so the shit can't come apart and ruin your turbo. Yeah, overall, it's not bad. It does have the smaller, I think that's like 2.5 inch intercooler piping, which is fine. It'll probably suit that turbo pretty good. And then, like I said, it does have a Turbo 400. I didn't see this before. Why is there... I did see over on... Let's get back over here. I did see over on this side all this. It looks like signs of oil. So the turbo could have a bad seal and it was leaking through there. I've had a turbo do that. Actually, the first S475 that I had on Goldie Hawn, that was what it was doing. It would, like, the oil from here would blow past the seal and it would start leaking out of this V-band right there. So that could also be what that is, because it's all over the impeller here too. I don't feel any shaft play though at all, but that doesn't mean that the seals aren't bad. And then might have to play around with the alternator mount a little bit, because the belt was rubbing at some point, or at some spot. You can see where a bunch of it was worn off. So quick little fun backstory about this. Some of you saw that I had Goldie Hawn posted for sale on Facebook, and this is one of the guys that messaged me about it. He's the one with the Typhoon that I posted on Instagram, and he was saying he wanted some work done, so he brought this out. So if we do a good enough job on this, we might actually get to work on some of the Typhoons he has. He said he has like 16, I think, Typhoons and Cyclones. He's got the market cornered. So I initially wasn't going to do any videos on this thing just so that we could get it done, and I'm probably not going to do a ton, but it was just too cool not to show you guys, because I'm a huge Trailblazer fan. This isn't a real SS, he said it's a clone, but it's still pretty sweet. I love Trailblazers, I think they're pretty rad. You can find some of the non-SS ones with 5.3s in them, which is what I was looking for, but it also, I kind of want to find one with the 6-cylinder and put a turbo on that, just because it's cool and it'd be different. So yeah, that's what we're doing with this. It's not going to be a race car, it's going to be just a fun little daily hot rod that he can pull his other stuff on. So stay tuned for some updates. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little walk around. I know it's not much, but it's winter, things are kind of slow. So thank you guys for watching, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. We'll see you next time.